Well, alrighty. So there's a particular trend that we've been seeing in Hollywood for quite some time now that many Hollywood actors and showrunners have adopted across the board, and Disney-affiliated actors are no different. From Rachel Zegler claiming that they were now going to give Snow White a modern edge, that Snow White is not going to be saved by the prince because, God forbid, a man saves a woman in today's world. It is so patriarchal. And we also saw Halle Bailey echo these same sentiments about The Little Mermaid, saying the Little Mermaid is not going to be leaving the sea because of a prince, but she's going to be going out there to find herself. Because once again, God forbid, a woman actually falls in love with a man in today's world. That's also patriarchal. And we saw with the Marvels, She-Hulk, Jessica Gao, who happens to be the showrunner of She-Hulk, using that particular series to take constant shots and digs at men and belittle men throughout the series, also going after the fans, and lastly slamming all other male-centered superhero movies that we've seen come out of Marvel, saying that they were absolute trash, using the finale of She-Hulk to do that. So it has been a trend for them to continuously slam beloved IP when it comes to Disney and all its affiliate products. Well, now we are now having a new woke actress coming out and slamming Star Wars. Star Wars actress Jodie Turner-Smith accuses Star Wars of being very patriarchal, regardless of the fact that Star Wars has been centered amongst female characters more recently, but she's telling us that it is patriarchal. So we're going to be getting into this. We're going to check out a clip, a cringy clip of some of the woke things and woke things that she had to say about her character and the Star Wars in general. And yeah, I'm going to share my opinion as we go along. Feel free to share yours in that comment section below. Without further ado, here we go. Actress Jodie Turner, who is set to star in the Star Wars spin-off series The Acolyte, accuses the Star Wars universe of being too male-centered and patriarchal during an event in the UK meant to honor the space epic and its dozens of spin-off. Imagine that. So let's check out this video really quickly. And she got a lot of backlash for this as well, and we're going to check out those backlash as we go along. So let's check it out.
Jodi, can you tell us about your character?
Okay, well, let me try to talk about this without getting fired or murdered. So my character, you know, she's a powerful leader. She's a powerful leader.
Ooh, she's a powerful leader. A powerful leader. Sounds to me like you don't know much about your character. Yes.
In a very woman-centered world, which I was very excited to kind of be that, because I feel like Star Wars is very like patriarchal. So it was.
Why do you say it's patriarchal? Notice she never tells you why it's patriarchal.
Kind of cool to have like this sort of woman-centered figure.
What the hell does that mean? Woman center. She's just throwing every woke word that she can think of, and guess what? She's gonna get applause and screams and woo from the crowd. Of course.
And you know, she's really sort of going through a struggle, because I mean that's Star Wars, right? Like we're struggling.
Oh yes, lots and lots and lots of struggles.
Going through a struggle. Yes. She's really kind of like in this sort of quandary, and that's sort of her journey is to kind of go through this struggle between two ideas.
Yep. That's about it. Yep, that's about it. The struggle between two ideas. Of course, she got a lot of backlash. She said other things that, you know, really didn't sit well with a lot of people because she doesn't really know much about Star Wars. But then there you have it. She's been brought out to talk about something that she knows nothing about. Now, me in particular, I don't really mind when actors don't know about the IPs of the movies that they're acting. But the very least that you can do is show respect for what came before you, because if there wasn't any Star Wars movie that you are criticizing now, there wouldn't have been the opportunity for you to play in one of them. God damn it, I don't know how these people think. But in any case, Hypocritical Breed said there are far shorter ways for Jodie Turner-Smith to say, I have never watched any of the Star Wars movies or TV series before, and I have zero understanding of the franchise. Absolutely. Star Wars Wheelhouse says, this absolute moron from the Acolyte spouting shit about Star Wars being patriarchal and then cusses in front of an audience full of kids. Bunch of entitled toxic tossers who think they're amazing. Now, me particularly, I don't really subscribe to insulting people. However, he is quite right, because this is what this woman
right
said.
Right now with all of you guys is me like letting it sink in. I'm like, holy sorry, there's children here.
Yeah, sorry. You should have known better. You're an expert. For goodness sake, I'm just a YouTuber, and I have certain filters. I talk about movies and stuff every day, and I still talk about them with filters. You're supposed to be a professional, being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to star in a Star Wars movie, and the least you can do is at least whilst you are at Comic-Con or some kind of convention, be a little bit filtered, right? Moving on. Here's the context. Lovely lady, and I'm sure talented actress. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know either. To me, she seems like a diversity hire, in my opinion. But her sentiment is in question here. Obviously, her sentiment is in question. Someone else said, my character is so powerful, leader. I feel like Star Wars is very patriarchal. Clearly hasn't watched the Star Wars. So everyone's just slamming her about her knowledge regarding Star Wars, which is clear. And somebody else here says, nearly everyone hired by Kathleen Kennedy knows absolutely nothing about Star Wars, and they are all objectively incorrect, not just bad, incorrect. Absolutely, because there was another actor who came out, Charlie Barnett, who says that Star Wars is not about good and evil. It's all about the side that you decide to lean on. Forgetting that, Darth Sidious, Darth Mob, Palpatine, and Darth Vader, they were all evil people who did evil things like destroying planets, killing younglings, and killing people willy-nilly. And you're telling me that it's not about good and evil? Obviously, they don't know the premises of what George Lucas actually set up for Star Wars in general, because George Lucas has always been about Star Wars being the fight between good and evil, and how good defeats evil, because that's the struggle that we as human beings go through every day. But would Kathleen Kennedy actually hire writers, showrunners, or actors that believe in this, or at the very least respect the source material? No, she would prefer to hire activists who will help her push her feminist agendas across, because it is all about down with the patriarchy, because that's what we want to do with Star Wars from now on. And whatever it is that has made Star Wars interesting, has attracted the fans, is bad from now on. And then at the end of the day, you know what comes next. They expect you to go and watch this. Don't question it. Just gobble, 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 fans. Gobble new products. Don't question it. And when you do question it, and when people don't go and see this, y'all know what's going to come next. They're going to call you racist for not wanting to see this, sexist, bigoted, and misogynistic. And in the case of Jodie Smith, it will be misogynoir, because you are sexist, bigoted, and misogynistic against a black woman. And that's the attack, and that's the marketing strategy that they've been using, and it has not been working. But still, whilst people are starting to hope that, the sacking of Bob Chapek is going to change Disney, Disney's still towing the same line, and still following the same path, and still doing the same thing, and expecting a different result, that they will actually make money this time around. Sounds like insanity to me, because the reputation of the same thing and expecting a different result is the beginning of insanity. And it is funny, because Disney, you can go ahead and keep calling the fans whatever you want to call them, but after this, I doubt even if the people in the crowd, most of them, would actually watch this show. And when this show doesn't do well and you lose a lot of money, you can accuse the fans of all you want, but in the end of the day, the cliche will still stand. You get woke, you go broke.